Hey everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I'm your host, Rebecca Benton. North Carolina Cooperative Extension is comprised of two land-grant universities, NC State University and NC A&T State University. Now today, I have with me special guest, Cindy Rivenbank, right?
Yes ma'am.
Cindy, I'm so excited for you to be on here because
Yes.
you are with one of my absolutely favorite programs that North Carolina Cooperative Extension has, which is the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program, or as I know it better as FNEP.
Yes.
And so tell our audience just a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, again, my name is Cynthia Rivenbank, or Cindy Rivenbank. I am the FNEP educator in Pender County, located in Burgaw, North Carolina, a little over an hour away. I teach adult and youth. I do 75% youth versus 25% adult. So I am with youth more, and that's why today I have a youth recipe. I've been with FNEP since December 1st of 2021. Prior to that, I was a cafeteria school manager for over 10 years, and I love kids, I love food, so FNEP is the best of both worlds.
That's true. And one thing that she loves is having fun.
Yes, I
and
love to
so
have
this
fun.
just like encompasses your personality and you
Yes.
completely.
Yes.
I met Cindy when you started here when I was also an FNIP
Yes.
associate. So I've transitioned over, but I still love the program. And so tell us a little bit about the Teen Cuisine curriculum that you're going to be teaching upcoming classes in your county.
Yes, I am going to be starting today actually at West Pender Middle, and the Teen Cuisine curriculum is based out with the Virginia Cooperative Extension, and it entails 6 lessons that are comprised of easy, to learn the 5 food groups, teaching the children the different kinds of measurements, how to cut the 3 S's out of their diet, which are added sugars, added sodium, and added saturated fats. Simple, basic recipes about how to eat healthier on a budget, and start that process of being an adult, because you know, in a few years they're going to be out on their own.
That's true. That's true.
So
And
that's a
and
good
it's always a good thing to start getting children ready for food preparation, especially at home, because sometimes they might not have parents home, and so there are things that they do need to learn. So it is a wonderful curriculum. I always had a lot of fun teaching it and doing the games that come along with it.
I do too.
So what is the recipe that you want to highlight today with us?
Well, today I want to do the fruit with the yogurt fruit orange dip, and it is comprised of low-fat vanilla yogurt, orange juice, and cinnamon.
Okay. Well, you want to put it together, and we'll show the audience how it's put together.
Okay. So first we take our low-fat yogurt, and we take a 1/4 of a cup measure, and you stir it around a little bit, get it all nice, and you dip it in. Make sure that it's a level scoop. Bring it over here, dip it out. Okay. Then we have, Then we have orange juice. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of orange juice. Got my tablespoon. 1 and 2. It looks liquidy, but once you incorporate it all together, it'll be better. All right, and then last but not least, we use cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and we're going to do a 1/4 of a teaspoon of that. Okay. And we're going to stir it around.
Now, Cindy, I have to say, when I would teach youth and I use cinnamon, I have to be very careful to let them know, do not put that next to your nose, because they would cough or sneeze but yeah, I have tried this recipe. It's not so much with my teens, but when I had younger ones like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, yeah, they would be a little apt to want to smell the...
You just stir it until it's all incorporated. And then you could serve this. I brought apples today, but you can serve it with any kind of fruit. Grapes, strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, any kind of fruit that you love. But just apples, you know. And this is, you know, cut apples. You can actually use apples, a whole apple. That way you can use the cutting skills the pinch grip.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. So you teach cutting skills?
Yes, cutting skills.
You teach probably measuring skills?
Yes, we measure. We practice cutting. In schools, I can't do the knives, so I have to use plastic knives. And I normally do bananas because it's easier to cut.
Absolutely.
And then that way they can use the proper technique. That's the safest technique.
Will they let you use the plastic chef knives in the schools?
Like for cutting like lettuce.
The lettuce knives.
Probably so, but I can't bring real knives.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I know you can't bring real knives, but I'm just saying I didn't know because those have the consistency of an actual chef knife, so they can learn those skills, the pinch grip that you talked about, or the tip to the rocking motion and stuff. So anyway, I want to try this. Now, I have tried this recipe. It is one of my favorites. I'm going to steal one of these apples. It smells delicious. Okay.
I'm going to try one as well.
Oh, that is amazing. It's healthy. I love that, like that flavor that comes through with the cinnamon. That is absolutely good.
And like a few seconds of making it, and it's very easy, very inexpensive. Working with students that are in low income families, they learn skills that they can take home back to their parents, and that's important.
So what are some essential vitamins that you might have in this recipe?
You got vitamin C, you got all the different vitamins, such as fiber. You get fiber because, fiber keeps you full, it keeps your gut working properly, but vitamin C is good.
Right, and I'm sure you get that from the orange juice. So what food groups have we got here? Because I know FNEP's all about food groups.
Well, we got 5 food groups with FNEP, with food in general. You've got the dairy, you've got fruits and vegetables, you've got protein, and then you got grains. Right. So today we have the yogurt is dairy, the orange juice is juice and fruit. So we're having
So we have fruit and dairy in this particular recipe. And that's one thing that I've noticed, that sometimes it's harder to incorporate, or not harder, but you have to make a conscious effort to incorporate those in your diet.
You can even do pita chips or pretzels and have your grain, some kind of cracker.
True. Like a bagel chip would be really good in there if you wanted to add that to that, because it doesn't have salt on it usually, so it would also incorporate all that sweetness.
Yes.
So Cindy, tell me a little bit about what you've been doing since 2021. Tell us a little bit about your FNEP journey. Yes.
Okay.
So far.
Well, I started in December. I did my training through April. I started doing teaching classes then. I started with after school, with elementary, and then I did middle. So currently, and then I started with adults as well. Okay. But currently, I'm in school at Cape Fear Community College. And I'm on my venture to become an FCS agent, hopefully.
Okay, excellent.
That's my goal.
That's your goal.
So I have a long road to go, but I'm diligent and I'm hardworking and I'm eager to learn. So I'm excited.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, it is a great avenue into food and nutrition, and it honestly teaches you a lot. When I started the Expanded Food and Nutrition program, I was only 18. I didn't even know how to cook a biscuit, and I learned how to do that. Yeah.
You've come a long way.
I have come a long way. I can cook about anything now. But if it wasn't for that true background that they taught me in those trainings, it would have been difficult. And I never even realized that this was a program, because I don't think back then it wasn't in the schools. It was basically adult programs, and then they introduced it into youth. So do you have any successes that's happened over these last couple years?
I've had, actually, with the after school group, I did a group of about 25 youth, ages K through 5th grade, and it was a mixed grade group at Malpa's Corner. And whenever I was doing the lessons, all the kids were gravitating toward fruits and vegetables. And by the end of my classes, the 6 weeks, the after-school teacher, Miss Lori, said that the students wanted to make a fruit stand, and with pretend food, a little play register with pretend money, and just buy and sell fruit and vegetables, and just know that was their passion. And that just made my heart just melt. But with
Absolutely.
adults, I've had a grandmother she's raising her granddaughter, and her granddaughter has diabetes. So she took the class in order to help train herself to be smarter with the food that she provides her granddaughter.
Okay.
So that's a success story.
That is a true success story, especially when you don't know these things and you educate yourself on how to do that. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we have a little more time. So tell us, you've got some stuff here on the table. So tell me a little bit about when your teens take Teen Cuisine, what are some things that they'll get other than the awesome skills and the cooking preparations that you'll teach them?
Well, during the time, they're always learning new things and learning new recipes, and we're playing games and whatnot to incorporate those lessons. But by the end of the lessons, they get a nice Teen Cuisine certificate with their name, and they also get the cookbook that they get to take home. And like I said, it's jam-packed with not only recipes, but information that they can use throughout their journey on nutrition. They also get a little FNEP ditty bag that is
like a cinch bag?
like a little cinch bag. And it's got a Frisbee, a jump rope, a pencil, and a water bottle that they can use, and that just enhances their knowledge in drinking water, the importance of drinking water. That's one of the two liquids that we need to drink is water and milk, low-fat milk.
And that's two of the things that, or the My Plate always recommends, you know, they recommend milk and, you know, I think it's limit juice, but they don't say you can't have juice. So.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, limit, you know, to 1 or 2 glasses, no more than that per day.
And tell our audience what a glass actually is. Is it like a, you know, one of these, this size? What is a glass?
A glass would be...
like 1 serving.
You're talking about...
Of juice.
6 to 8 ounces is a serving of juice.
Right. It's not like if I went and poured me, that might be 2 servings. And if I had that twice a day, that might just be a little too much.
If you had like a 16 ounce, that's too high. Yeah,
oh, absolutely. That's a lot of sugar and juice, so got to limit that. Absolutely. So we went over Teen Cuisine. You're starting a new group and you're teaching that. Now, if somebody sees our episode and they say, "Oh gosh, I stay in Burgaw and we would love for Miss Cindy to come out and teach our youth," how can they get up with you? What would they do?
Well, my phone number to the office in Burgaw is 910-259-1236, directly to me. And then my email, CARIVENB@ncstate.edu.
Okay. All right, and so they can get up with you there. Now, for your adult portions that you teach, so what are some adult programs? Are you working in adult programs right now, or are you kind of holding off because you're in the school system?
Well, I just finished a group of 6, graduated them the week before Thanksgiving, and we had a great time. It was 2 couples and then an aunt and a niece. And they really enjoyed it. And I mean, it was held on Monday nights there at the Cooperative Extension office.
Okay.
And I did 2 lessons a night instead of
so they were there
They were there for 5 weeks versus 10 weeks. And it was better for them.
And about how long are those classes?
2 hours.
They're 2-hour classes.
6 to 8 p.m.
And when you have these folks come in, now if somebody was interested in you coming to their group, maybe a church or a community center or something,
I do that.
So they would just call you at that call you at your office and or get up with you via email.
Yes.
Okay.
I am currently not doing any more adult classes until after Christmas. In January, I start back in January.
Okay.
So if you want to take a class, hook me up in January.
There you go. You can call you and get you settled up, and you can get them scheduled right in.
Yes.
Now, with your Teen Cuisine, how long are those lessons and how many weeks? If a school wants to commit to doing this, how long would they expect for you to be there?
It's at least 30 minutes, but I normally give it about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And it's 6 weeks.
Okay, so 6 weeks.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
That's something you can schedule with the teachers. Now,
6 lessons. And I want to make sure the lesson is thoroughly gone through and the kids understand it and they participate.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So.
Now, is that something, would you do like the whole grade, or would you do the entire school, or just whatever they want?
Well, right now I'm doing the 21st century after-school program, and this grades 6th through 8th grade, and it's about 25 to 35 kids.
Awesome, awesome.
So but I can do, entire grades.
Okay. All right. Well, Cindy, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. You have been an actual gem, a jewel here to share this recipe. It's a delicious recipe. Audience, thank you guys for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.